ক্লাস নাইনের অলরেডি একখানা প্রোজ অনলাইনে করানো হয়ে গেছে। আজকে আর একটা ধরবো, অল সামার ইন এ ডে, লেসন 5। অল সামার ইন এ ডে, it's a science fiction written by Ray Douglas Bradbury, American fiction writers. This science fiction, it gives that children, they are much more attracted towards science fiction. This text is an excerpt from a science fiction which gives us an imaginary account, the introductory section, accounts of life of the planet Venus. So Venus, you know that it's a planet. First, if you just look into the location of the planet from distance from the sun, as per distance from the suns, first comes Mercury, then comes Venus, then Earth, then Mars. In this way, the planets, they from the point of view of distance, it comes in this way. So you know that no people can live in Venus. We know that from scientific perspective, but since it's a tale, it's a fiction, science fiction, that's why the imagination of the author has been used in vastly. It touchingly, so it tells the story of planet Venus. Suppose in the planet Venus there are people, and how they are living there, that has been described here. It touchingly narrates the keen expectation of the children of Venus, who eagerly wait for the sun to appear after 7 years, but only for an hour. So that's why all summer in a day. That's why the title is given over here. So for 1 hour, the sun appears in Venus, and after long 7 years, remember that. So they people of that particular planet, they are waiting for the sun to appear for 1 hour after 7 years. The children, they are waiting. The from the text, from deviation of the text from what we know as scientific fact, only adds to the imaginative element of the tale. So you know that this is deviation, because no people can live in Venus, so that is not possible. So this deviation, it adds some beauty, some charm to the tale. Look, I'm starting. It had been raining for 7 years. Thousands upon thousands of days filled from one end to the other with rain. So it had been raining for long 7 years. I told earlier that the sun appears for 1 hour after 7 years. So for the rest of 7 years, it rained. Thousands upon thousands of days filled from one end to the other with rain. So it rained only thousand and upon thousand days. All the days, if you just you know that 1 year there are 365 days. So 7 years, if you multiply, you can feel that. So thousands upon thousand days filled from one end to the other with rain. It rained only. The days were filled with the gush of water and endless showers. So all the days, it only water, it rains, it showers continuously. Heavy storms cause tidal waves to come over the islands. So when there is storm, it causes tide, a heavy wave, big waves can be seen there, and that's why the waves come to the island also. A thousand forests crushed under the rain. So since rains are happening continuously, that's why the forest, they are crushed under the rain, had grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. Then those trees, those jungle, they grow up again they are crushed by the shower, by the heavy storm, heavy rain. Also, this is the thing that happens in the Venus. This was the way of life forever on planet Venus. So this is the lifestyle in the planet Venus. Here was located the schoolroom of the children belonging to men and women who came by rockets from Earth. So there is a schoolroom, and there are many children. These children belong to men and women. Those men and women, they came from Earth, because Earth is the living place in this solar system. They came from Earth by rocket, and they set up a civilization in this raining world. They came from Earth, and they established their own civilization in the planet Venus. Ready? Ready. Now, soon. Will it happen today? Will it? Look, see for yourself. So something is going to happen. What is going to happen? The sun is going to rise for 1 hour today. That's why everybody is quite alert, quite ready. The children in the schoolroom chattered and pressed to each other like so many roses. Chattered, they were talking in the schoolroom, they were talking, they're chattering, and they pressed to each other. They're pushing each other like so many roses. If so many roses are bunched up together, then one rose is quite close to the other, as if they are pushing each other. So here also the children, they are compared to it is called, comparison is made, like it is called simile, figure of speech. So they are so close to each other, as if there are so many roses, as if, and they are pushing each other. They peered out of the window to look at the hidden sun. They are looking. Peered out means that just stealthily they are looking out of the window, stealthily fashion, stealthy fashion. They peered out of the window to look at the hidden sun. They are looking something to the sun. The sun is hiding behind the patches of cloud. They are looking at it. It rained. It is raining still now. It is stopping. It is stopping. Someone is saying that it is stopping. The rain is slackening. It is stopping. The children were all 9 years old when the sun came out last time, 7 years ago. They were too young. The children were all 9 years old. Now the children were 9 years old. When the sun came out last time, 7 years ago, they were too young. They were only 2 years at the time. Now they are 9 years. So when 7 years back, when the sun last appeared, that time they were only 2 years old. They couldn't recall the sun when it came out for just an hour. So the how the sun looks like when just 7 years ago the sun came out for 1 hour. They couldn't just remember how it looked like. Showed its face to the stunned world. So the stunned world means this is the so the Venus is the here the Venus is the place that is said to be the world. Stunned world means that because since the activities the natural activities that happened in the planet Earth, that activities cannot be possible on the planet Venus. That's why it is called stunned world, as if it is almost senseless or almost benumb, quite surprised world, you can say. All day yesterday they read in class about the sun. Yesterday they read about the sun in the class. They learned how like a lemon it was and how hot. They learned the sun is like a lemon, and it is how hot. You know that sun is the source of energy, and it is always burning. They had written small stories, essays or poems about it. They wrote many things about sun. They wrote small stories, essays, poems, etc. I think the sun is a flower. One boy or one girl says that sun, perhaps according to her or according to him, the sun is a flower that blooms just for 1 hour. So see, according to her or according to him, the sun is a flower, and that comes to life, that blooms, that opens its petals for 1 hour only. That was yesterday. Today at this moment, yesterday they talked all these things. Today at this moment, the rain was slackening. Slackening means that rain is slowing down. The children gathered at the great thick windows, thick, quite thick one, the window. They were waiting there. Gathered means they just crowded there. What is your teacher?